All right, y'all. Good Monday, and welcome to another break with APW Breaks. Today we are going to be breaking a half case of 2025 Topps Stadium Club. As you'll no doubt have noticed, my breaking station is pulling double duty for Lego construction for a set that I've been building with my son. So it's going to kind of be card display today because I don't have anywhere else to put it, and it's quite large. So, let's go ahead and get into this. Typical structure of my breaks where during the first half, everybody that bought in gets one team. During the second half, they drafted completely different teams, except for the lucky folks who may have gotten their PC team twice. Interesting. Stadium Club packs. These are harder to open than I feel like they've been in, at least that first one was. This one was pretty easy. Gonna do sort of the same, since these are all kind of small packs, I'm gonna rip 4 at a time, and we'll go through them 4 at a time. We'll go slow kind of through the first box, and then after that we will move on and move faster through some of the hits. So there is Roki Sasaki, then Mike Trout, Adley Rutschman. We've got a Stadium Club red parallel of Jackson Merrill for the San Diego Padres. There's a Cal Ripken Jr., Corbin Burns, PCA, Lou Bob, Gunnar Henderson, Brooks Lee, Luis Gonzalez, a Brooks Lee red, and we've got a Yours for the Taking insert for Fernando Tatis Jr., Rafi Devers, Ellie De La Cruz, Jordan Westberg, Aaron Nola, Cade Horton, Derek Jeter, a Honus Wagner red. This is a Luis Severino orange. Looks like. I guess orange is not number. Is this orange? What is this? This is, or sepia. Looks like it might be sepia. It's or bronze. Bronze, there we go. Which does not appear to be numbered. Let's leave it just because I don't know what the pull rates are on that one. That one's going to Oakland, which is Stu. All right. Salvi, Ozzy Albies, Logan Henderson, Kyle Tucker, Michael King, Sammy Sosa, a Kobe Mayo red, and then a Jacob Wilson in case of emergency parallel for the Oakland A's, Xavier Edwards, Evan Longoria, and Ryan Howard for the first 4 packs. I would have thought that Stadium Club would be the one that's gonna mess with my hands and not the Archives packs. All right, Max Fried, Kobe Mayo, Andrew McCutchen, Prince Fielder in red. Here is our auto for the box. There's only one guaranteed auto this year. This is a Ryan Zimmerman yellow, not numbered. This one is going to the Washington Nationals, which is golden sombreros. I think what I'm going to do with this is whatever the hit of the break is thus far, I'm going to pop up here on this top spot. If folks deem something a better hit than what we've pulled already, I'll relegate it down here and we'll replace up top. Okay, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Augustine Ramirez, Hyesung Kim, Corbin Carroll, Royce Lewis, Zach Gallen, Jackson Joe Bread, There's a Savage Sluggers insert of Mike Trout. Let's see if they've at least got... we'll also sleeve that. Not 100% sure on the pull rates for this one. If folks want to let me know on any of the inserts that we pull, if anything's a short print, please let me know. I've not dug deep into the pull rates the way I typically do. Mark Vientos, Logan Gilbert, Randy Arozarena, Will Smith, Brent Rooker, Bryce Terang. Then we've got another Ryan Zimmerman hit. This one is out of 99. Presumably a green. Nope, green or turquoise, not sure. Because they do not have the numbers on the base set checklist for Beckett. So, turquoise, there we go. Thank you, Harry Mann Runt. So Ben Rice with the red. Marcus Semien, Alex Bregman, Nolan Ryan, regular Jackson Jobe, Brian Wu, Moises Ballesteros, Ronald Acuna with the red. There's a concentration insert for Yuri Perez. Jacob Wilson, Luis Severino, and Miguel Cabrera. A-Rod, Craig Biggio, Shane McClanahan, Cody Bellinger, red, Stephen Kwan, Joey Votto, Zach Neto, Shohei Ohtani, Matt Shaw, CJ Abrams, a John Berti, Paul Skeens in red, a Jackson Holiday, yours for the taking insert, Francisco Lindor, Chandler Simpson, Spencer Schwellenbach, Byron Buxton, Marcelo Mayer, Manny Machado, Justin Verlander in red, Kevin Alcantara in the bronze, Caleb Durbin, Adolis Garcia, David Festa, Grayson Rodriguez, Joe Mauer, Ronald Acuna Jr., George Kirby in red, and in case of break glass in case of emergency insert of Jackson Merrill, a Braxton Ashcroft, Kristen Yelich, and Anthony Santander. All right, last packs of the box. Trey Turner, Pedro Martinez, Garrett Cole, Bryce Harper in red. Oh, and here is a second auto. Sean Green for the Toronto Blue Jays. Toronto is going to Eddie Locke. What do you think, chat? Do you think Sean Green bests the Ryan Zimmerman yellow, or does he get relegated to down low? I'll let y'all chime in. If there's consensus that he goes up, let me know. I'll move him up. Jace Young, Aaron Judge, Willie Adames, Mick Abel, Luis Arias, Andrew Benintendi. I actually finally heard Willie Adames say his last name, so I know it's Adames. It's not Adams. Sandy Alcantara, red. Savage Sluggers, Nick Kurtz insert. Turk Skubal, Logan Evans, Corey Seager, Giancarlo Stanton, Tomoyuki Sugano, Paul Skeens, Christian Campbell, a Sonny Gray, color match red, Max Muncy, Bobby Witt Jr., Naylor in his Mariners uniform. Jackson Chourio, Mark McGuire, Matt Olson, Shane Bieber in red. And then a concentration insert of Jackson Jobe, Jackson Holiday, Edgar Quero, and Clayton Kershaw. Box number 2. Okay, moving forward, I'm just going to go ahead and scan through and skip to the middle packs, the hits on each of the middle packs, the hits in the middle of each pack, and then whatever's behind it, because that seems to be the pattern. And I'll... Come on, man. I'll read them when I feel like it, at least for the base cards. Alrighty, so Bichette, got a Ryan Zimmerman red, a Turk Skubal concentration insert. Nice streak of Mariners there. David Festa red. Miggy. Gunnar Henderson red. Yours for the taking, Brooks Lee. We've got an Adolis Garcia red, followed by an Adolis Garcia bronze. That's it for first 4 packs. All right, Frank Thomas, Hunter Green, red, a Joey Votto break in case of emergency insert. We've got a Chandler Simpson red. And then we've got our first, was it Chrome Auto, Luke Keyshaw for the Minnesota Twins. Minnesota is Uncle Drew. Congrats on that one, Drew. I think Chrome trumps Ryan Zimmerman yellow, especially since they eliminated them. Eliminated the Chrome inserts this year. So that one's going straight up to the top. All right. Salvi Perez. Connor Norby red. Another Nick Kurtz Savage Sluggers insert. Francisco Lindor in red. And that's it for those 4. Well, wonderful hit then. Thank you for the context, HMR. And congrats on the big hit, Uncle Drew. And it's nice, it's on card, which I know in the past, and often it can sometimes be hard to get on-card Chrome autos. A lot of times they're stickers because there's concern about smudging, but that auto looks clean. It's right there on the Chrome. Joe Mauer in the red, a Rhett Lauer, or Louder concentration. Let's see, another Nailer. Christian Yelich in the red. Followed by Tomoyuki Sugano in red. and a Dylan Cruz, yours for the taking. Oh, and there's a Ichiro. That photo is from his final game in Mariners uniform in Japan. Braxton Ashcroft in red with a Gleyber Torres bronze. Right behind it. Let's see. I'm curious if 2 autos is going to be sort of the norm, and they just say the 1 to cover their butt and not have to do missing hit replacements. Like there's only 1 in the box, or we just got lucky on that first box. All right. Max Fried, red. A Jose Altuve break glass in case of emergency insert. There's a Caleb Durbin, red. And a Shane McClanahan, red. With a Fred McGriff, Savage Sluggers card. Anthony Santander in the red. And that is the box. So we are 3 for 2 on autos through the first half of the first half. You know, last year, and I think Topps Update, the jumbos were kind of like a 50% hit rate on the boxes if you were going to get 2 autos or 1. So I'm curious if they've kind of upped your odds to get a big box. People are more happy when they expect 1 and they get 2 than when they expect 2 and get 1. Byron Buxton, red. Paul Skeens, concentration insert. Pete Alonso, red. Christian Campbell, red. Kobe Mayo, yours for the taking, insert. A James Wood, red, and an Andrew McCutchen, bronze. Seems for these hobby boxes, the bronze card has been kind of in the last pack. Our first auto, a guaranteed auto. Come on, there we go. Guaranteed auto has been in the second set of 4. Oh my god. Don't care for these packs. There we go. Okay, Andrew McCutchen in red. Mike Schmidt in case of emergency. Johan Santana in red. Brian Wu in red with a Cal Raleigh Savage Sluggers card. Junior Caminero in red and a black and white Freddie Freeman. Not numbered, but I don't know. Is this a harder pull than others? I don't know. Someone let me know if that's a hit I should be sleeving. Well, I did sleeve it, but if I should be top loading that and throwing it up there on the board. Freddie Freeman and the Dodgers are going to iFont 24. All right, 1 in 900 packs. This one is going up. Let's see. He can go right there. I think I'm just going to keep ripping from the middle because that has been my most consistent rip on these packs other than trying to just tear it at the joints. It's a little more annoying and time consuming, but Yordan Alvarez in red. Justin Verlander, concentration insert. Albert Pujols in red. Stevie Kwan. Luis Gonzalez in red. And Jacob Wilson, yours for the taking insert. Looks like these ones are colored to their team colors, so that is not a parallel. Nolan Arenado in red. And a Buster Posey bronze, which I'd call that a color match. All right, still looking for our autograph. Of course, there's instances like this where it just completely tears. Consistency is baffling. All right, Contreras, Shane Bieber, red, and Ichiro break glass in case of emergency. I don't know if that fits. He doesn't really break open a game that much. Ichiro in red, and then I believe this might be our auto. It is a yellow Tommy Edman auto. Going to the Dodgers, which once again is iFont 24. So he's going to add that Edman auto to go with his Freddie Freeman black and white. Mike Piazza in red. Pete Alonso, Savage Sluggers. And a Wyatt Langford red to finish out the box. All right, last box of the first half. And we are 4 for 3 on autos. If we go 6 for 4, we're right at the sort of 50% of boxes have 2 autos in them. This is very odd the way they're stacked. So if you open it up like this, cards are upside down relative to the design on the box. That's the little things. All right. We have Christian Campbell in red and a backwards card. Is it going to be special, or it's just going to be a plain break glass in case of emergency for James Wood? Followed by a Clayton Kershaw red and a Juan Soto The logo is blue. So a blue exclusive. Everything else does not look any different. Sleeve it up. That one's going to the Mets, which is Maximan. Congrats, Max. All right, Edgar Quero. Look at that. Ask and ye shall receive. We got another black and white, this time for Connor Norby. And the Miami Marlins. Going to Chief Rhett with the 28th pick in the first round. Go. That's it. Sit right there. There we go. Lean up in front of Sanji. Then Kyle Manzardo in red. And a Vladdy Daddy Savage Sluggers. On 900 packs, we've got, what, 16, 32, 128 packs that we're ripping. Odds that we get those in 2 separate boxes are incredibly low. Oh, 1 in 9. Okay, they are not 1 in 900. They are 1 in 90. Still. We're opening 128 packs. We'd expect 1. We got 2. Brian Wu in red. Roki Sasaki concentration card. Still, I appreciate you for looking up those odds for me. Bobby Witt Jr. in red. Byron Buxton in red, followed up by Luis Angel Acuna in the Yours for the Taking card. Feel like they're going real hard on Luis Angel Acuna. Max Muncy in red. Freddie Freeman in bronze. That's it for those packs. All right. Canerco. Luis Gonzalez in red. Jackson Chorio, break glass in case of emergency insert. Tarek Skubal in red. And then we've got our auto. It is a Cubs pitcher, and it is Cade Horton. Chrome auto. Going to, excuse me, one Josh. Pitchers do not trump Luke Keeschall. So, he's staying in the top spot. Max Muncy. There's an Andrew McCutchen red. Bobby Witt Jr., Savage Sluggers. There's Josh Naylor red. And appears to be it for this for those sets of 4. All right, last 4 in the first half. After the first half is done, we will take a very short break while I clean everything up and get these cards packaged away so I can keep them organized. And then we will start up on the last 4 boxes. I'll also do a quick hits review from the first 4 as a way to clean up and clear off the Baratier. Okay. We have a Mike Piazza, red. Randy Johnson, concentration insert. Corey Seager in red. And there we go. Got ourselves a Julio Rodriguez Beam Team insert. I believe these are a shorter printed insert. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I'll pull them down. Yordan Alvarez in red. A Vladdy Jr. yours for the taking insert. Then a Logan Evans red. And a Caden Dana bronze. All right. So we will do a quick recap of all the hits. Case hit for Beam Team. Let's see, Keishal. There we go. All right. Major hits from the first four boxes. We got a Freddie Freeman, black and white. Connor Norby, black and white. A Ryan Zimmerman, green, or turquoise out of 99. A Julio Rodriguez, Beam Team. And I didn't say who that goes to. That goes to Mordak. Tommy Edman, yellow auto. Ryan Zimmerman, yellow auto. Cade Horton, chrome auto. A Sean Green, just a base auto of Sean Green. And then a Luke Keishal, rookie chrome auto. All right. Going to mute for a couple of minutes as I clean up these cards, get them kind of tucked away in a couple of boxes so that they stay safe until I sort them. And then we will get going again with the next four boxes. All right. Hit the head if you need to. All right, we are back. So let's go ahead and get in to part two, he says, without having rearranged his list for the second round teams so that he doesn't have to search for any of them. Now let's get into round two. Hey, here we go. These ones are stacked in, right? Two, three, four. Anyone else excited for One Piece live action season 2 coming out on Netflix next week? Alrighty. Thomas Sagasti in red. Corbin Burns, concentration insert. Stephen Kwan in red. William Contreras in red with a Dylan Cruz, yours for the taking. Then a Spencer Schwellenbach red and a Luis Castillo bronze. Streak Baldwin. Grayson Rodriguez in red. The Derek Jeter break glass in case of emergency insert. There's a Zach Neto in red. And then our auto is a Nico Horner auto in yellow. This time the Cubs are going to say word. By virtue of being our first hit, it is our best hit thus far. Giancarlo Stanton in red with a Mike Trout Savage Sluggers. And then a Joey Votto red. That's it for those first 8 packs. Hunter Green in red with a Frank Thomas break glass in case of emergency insert. Chandler Simpson in red and a Vlad Jr. in blue. Hate it when it's just the little logo that indicates it's a parallel, but what are you going to do? They went back to it. Connor Norby in red and a Nick Kurtz Savage Sluggers. Francisco Lindor in red. And that's it for the packs. Those packs. Last 4. Alrighty. Ryan Zimmerman in red. Another Tarek Skubal concentration insert. Followed by David Festa in red. With sort of a nothing Jordan Westburg. Gunnar Henderson in red. Julio Rodriguez, yours for the taking. Dolis Garcia in red and Roki Sasaki in bronze. That is it for box number 1. On to number 2. Oh, we're back to being upside down. Right. Starting off with Mike Trout, Ben Williamson in red. Now the Rays. Roger Clemens, concentration insert. Then we got ourselves a Jace Young, red. Yohan Santana. Nick Kurtz in red. And a Cam Smith, yours for the taking insert. A Corey Seager, red. And a Mike Trout, bronze. Okay, Shota Managa, Riley Green in red. Christian Campbell, break glass in case of emergency. Willy Adames, red. Ketel Marte in red. A-Rod, Savage Sluggers. Okay, Luis Gonzalez, Aqua. That one is out of 99, going to the Diamondbacks. D-backs are EB511. And there's an Aaron Judge, red, right behind it. Joe Mauer, red. The Rhett Lauder concentration insert. Then we have ourselves a Christian Yelich in red. A Tomoyuki Sugano in red with a Bobby Witt Jr., yours for the taking insert. A Braxton Ashcroft, red, and a Julio Rodriguez, bronze. Looks like our auto is going to be in these last 4 packs. You want to bet? I'm going to say pack 2. Right. Max Fried with the red, and Wade Boggs, break glass in case of emergency. Put a bunch of base in my stack of red cards. Right, so it's not in the first pack. Second pack, Caleb Durbin, red, and got it, Joey Votto sticker auto in case of emergency. Insert. That one's going to Cincinnati, which is Electric Kool-Aid. I'll keep Nico up top just because his is on card. Shane McClanahan with the red insert. Fred McGriff with the Savage Sluggers. And then Anthony Santander in red. And that is it for this box. Okay. Number 3, halfway through the second half. So we are now 3/4 of the way through the break. Should have you all out of here. You are welcome, Ryan. We should have you all out of here by 2 o'clock Pacific. Those of you that were in the February breaks, I'm getting those cards out shortly. And then these will get sorted. I'm hoping, since we're running this so early, I'm hoping I might be able to run one more break this month. So y'all can take advantage of the joint shipping if you buy into that break. But other than that, the stuff will be out by the end of the month. Okay. Zach Neto in red. Mark McGwire in bronze. Joe Mauer in red. James Wood, yours for the taking. Shohei in red. And then there's another nice card. Shohei Ohtani, Beam Team. Be curious to know exactly what the Shohei Beam Team is going for, given how crazy his market has been. If you tell me what that is, might usurp Nico at the moment. Dodgers for this go round is going to Demand Dan 28. So congrats, Dan. Shane McClanahan, red parallel. Greg Maddux, concentration insert. Not too bad getting 8 random boxes and pulling 2 case hits on either side of the break. $6.15 on the last sale for Shohei Beam Team. Okay, Shohei, you get to go up here because card collectors be crazy. Okay, great. Dan is going to need to reach out to, well, Dan, you are going to need to comp that card and reach out to me so that I can put extra insurance on your package. It's usually about $1 for every $500, or for every $100 you add to your package, you get 100 comped for free. Stephen Kwan, red. Riley Green in red. I'm glad to hear it. James Wood, Savage Sluggers. I'll also reach out to you, Dan, on... Oh, and then Joey Votto. And our auto for this case is a Jackson Chourio break in case of emergency. Auto. This one is out of 50. I don't think anything's gonna overtake Shohei, but another awesome hit. That one's going to the Brewers, which is Turo. So congrats, Arturo. Tomoyuki Sugano in red. Haesung Kim, break glass in case of emergency. That is it on that first half of that box. I bet those inserts are... Oh, so that one looks like it's the green parallel. Something like that. Logo's a different color. Got a tinge in the back. Probably turquoise, actually. Ketel Marte in red. Clayton Kershaw, concentration. Spencer Schwellenbach in red. Ben Williamson in red. Ellie De La Cruz, yours for the taking insert. Chandler Simpson in red. And Pete Alonso in bronze. You know, sometimes you roll the dice when you aren't able to buy a full case. Sometimes you get the worst 4 boxes from a couple of different cases, or you get the best best boxes from a couple of cases, and it certainly seems like we managed to pull some of the best boxes out of a couple of cases. Okay, last packs for this box. Then we got one more. David Festa in red. Cole Reagans in red with Julio Rodriguez, Savage Sluggers. Francisco Lindor in red. And then a Manny Machado blue parallel. Nick Kurtz in red. And a Cam Smith break glass in case of emergency. That is it for box number 3. Last box of the break. Let's see if we got any more fire to come out of these. I really like where we're starting with the packs, the right direction. Which obviously means nothing, but just a little bugaboo. Right. Luis Severino in red. And right here, James Wood, rookie auto on card. Going to the Nationals. That's our Eddie Lock. There you go, Edgar. Asking for some fire at the start. And he shall receive. Hopefully we get one more in this box, because it's a little anticlimactic hitting the auto on the very, very first pack. Garrett Cole in red on the last box. Dalton Rushing in case of emergency. Miguel Cabrera in red with a Grayson Rodriguez in bronze. A-Rod upside down and in red. Matt Shaw, yours for the taking. I suspect that James Wood auto is probably going for more than $100. If so, Eddie, you're going to want to probably buy some more insurance on your package. Just do some research on the comps and let me know. Oh, sorry about shaking the camera. Almost got all the way through it without doing it. Shohei Ohtani in red. Don't know if that has any. Christian Walker in red. Max Scherzer, concentration. Jacob Wilson in red. All these red cards are upside down in this box. Matt Olson in red. Wyatt Langford, Savage Sluggers. Those are the 4. I feel like recently I've been pulling a lot of fire for the higher ranked teams than I have in the past. Because it's all kind of washing out. Remember when we first started, Matt was just pulling Shohei autos like nobody's business. Nolan Ryan in red. Upside down Ryan Howard in blue. Going to the Phillies. Oh, you know, the Manny Machado blue. I've not been calling those out. That one's going to Kayaking Santa, and the Ryan Howard card is going to Ryan Raijoku. I've been doing a good job of calling out those other ones. Max Scherzer in red, a little less. Haesung Kim, in case of emergency, the less prevalent parallels. Mark Vientos in red. Matt McLain in bronze. Dalton Rushing in red. Luis Angel Acuna, yours for the taking. All right, last 4 packs of the break. And we'll do a quick recap of the hits. And I'll let y'all go. And I'll reach out to those of you that probably need more insurance. All right. Marcus Semien in red. Royce Lewis, red, with Spencer Schwellenbach, concentration insert. Alex Bregman in red. There we go. One more hit. There's Mark Vientos, black and white. Going to New York Mets, taken by Uncle Drew. And Cade Horton in red. And finishing us out, Vlad Sr. Savage Sluggers. Alrighty. Let's run through these hits real quick. We have Mark Vientos, black and white. Luis Gonzalez, turquoise out of 99. Nico Horner, yellow, on-card auto. Jackson Chorio, break glass in case of emergency auto out of 50. Looks to be turquoise. Joey Votto, break glass in case of emergency auto. Those last ones are both sticker autos. James Wood, on-card rookie auto. And the big hit of the afternoon, today, the Shohei Ohtani Beam Team short printed insert. All right, everyone. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you at the next one. Bye.